Somebody mind your business. Look at somebody and say, mind your business and leave my business alone.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mind Your Business Monday. I am your host, Travis.
And I'm Arletha. And we want you to tackle the week like a boss here with us on Mind Your Business Monday, your compass for entrepreneurial growth. We want you to level up your skills with entrepreneurs who have walked in your shoes and who want to share both their professional and personal leadership development with you. So regardless if you're just starting out or already in the game, this is your compass towards success. If you like how that sounds, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. And don't forget to click the notification bell. So today, guys, we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity. Here we go. To pre-order your copy of The Secret Recipes of an Overcomer, How to Transition from Defeat to Victory. This is an actual recipe book. What it is the authors are given the recipes of how they overcame different situations. So we are talking about overcoming sex addiction, overcoming codependency, overcoming a sheltered childhood, overcoming past traumas, overcoming invisibility, overcoming obesity. That's 6 and there's one more I'm missing.
Obesity now.
Okay, what's the other one I'm forgetting? It's right here. Hold on.
She said,
I want y'all to know.
Obesity.
Oh, shut up. Now it's my turn. Last week, it was you up here.
You was on me, so yes. I'm on you.
Codependency, sex addiction, overcoming a sheltered childhood, the loss of innocence, and past trauma. Yep, that's all of them. Oh, and the diagnosis. So they're giving the recipes literally what it takes to overcome these different things. Is their story, is a workbook in there that if you don't have someone to talk to or you trust, or you may not be ready to talk to anybody about it, you can work through those things right in the book. Then there's an actual recipe, food recipe that is inspired by their story. So for example, me as a leader, my recipe is love glazed barbecue ribs. So, you know, the ribs, they protect at the same time, they're vulnerable. So that's why I chose barbecue ribs. And of course, they St. Louis style, baby, what's up, you know? And so, yeah, get your copy, scan the barcode. And if we are in pre-order, you won't be disappointed. All right. I just wanted to share that at the top of our episode tonight. All right, so Travis, yep, that's the only one we're gonna go with right now.
Okay, so we're gonna get ready to hop into the topic for tonight, which is
okay.
Make sure I got my right glasses on. I look down there, everything went like this.
Okay, so basically passing the baton.
Yes, they got on it. Okay. I got on my eyes, got it. So we're passing the baton. Business growth and entrepreneurial success. Hope you guys can hear me well. So we're going to explore the game-changing strategy of delegation.
Yes.
And learning why the passing of the torch is the secret sauce to sustainable growth and success in the business world. So we're gonna get ready to hop on in.
Yeah, we're not gonna play around tonight. This is a topic that is really near to my heart. I'm very passionate about it. Good evening, Tiara. I'm very passionate about this. So often we as small business owners, I'm gonna go with the positive side of it first. Sometimes you trying to handle it all. You think you got it under control. On top of juggling your family life, your personal life, the little bit of it that you have, then you're trying to manage your business to the best of your ability. And sometimes things are just not coming together. And then you find yourself the truth is, no matter how good you are, sometimes you just can't please people. Right. So with this month, we talking about loving your business. We still in the month of February. This is one of those things that helps you stay in love with your business, grow in love with your business. So we want to talk about how to pass the baton in a positive way, on the positive side of things, but we also going to hit those raggedy spots, those gaps that obviously either some people, they don't care, or meaning they know they need to do it, but they put themselves before their business and their why they got into their industry in the first place. And they don't consider their customers. They don't care about anything but making money. They don't care about quality. They're not caring about efficiency. They're not caring about the consequences of their inadequacies and how that affects their customer. So all of this is going to come together. All right. So Travis, you have any thoughts before I jump in just on this subject?
No, I just know it. A while before, it has always blessed me to see how you think ahead, as far as, and matter of fact, you're the first person that I know of personally that planned for if for some reason you were not here to run your business, or if for some reason you, not necessarily that you had to be dead and gone, but if you have to do other things, like thinking about succession and who could take over the company. And that passing the baton is very important. If it's just a hobby, you're not thinking about it. But if you're creating a legacy, you definitely want to put some thought into who you're going to pass the baton to, because the purpose of the person who's grabbing the baton is to run on.
Yes. Understand your vision.
Right.
Understand, what legacy you're trying to leave with your business. And so with that, that's funny, because a succession plan, when I first learned about this was when I was an alumni of Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. And they asked us what you do with your business if you passed away. Or if you just don't want to run the business anymore, what happens? Do you sell it? Do you just stop? And for a lot of us in the class, it was a little emotional, because our businesses are our babies, and it's like, I don't want to talk about it dying. I don't want to talk about me not being here. But you have to. And I remember I hired someone. And because of the nature of my agreement with them, I want to know if they change their minds and not provide this service, because again, how would this affect me? Because this will be a lifelong relationship. Right. You don't think about that with some of the things that you go in, some of the agreements. Now, for example, a publishing company, you're not thinking about changing publishing companies. Once you publish your book, it's out there, whatever you have set up, that's what it is, and that's what you roll with. Knowing your options of how to switch if you want to, or go to a different distributor. Yeah, you want to know those things, but the ideal is you hire somebody. This is what it is. This is who you've been using, right? Well, I asked the owner of the company, and they got uncomfortable, and like they got an attitude with me asking the question. I was gracious, because I understand how uncomfortable it was, and they may have not been asked that before. And that should have been a sign then, because there was some other things that had not been thought about that got us in a predicament right now. But anyway, you got to think about what you're going to do. Because guess what? For example, my business registered as a woman-owned business. Well, what happens if, because I got certifications, what happens if I pass away? How is that going to affect Travis? What does he have to do for everything to get switched over to him? And what do he know what to pick up and how to move forward? You got to think about those things when you're running a legitimate business. If you're going to sell the business, are you passing this down to your kids? Which kid? Do they even want the business?
Right.
So I want to throw that out there. Don't be afraid to think about those things. You just might want to retire and go on vacation or something. So we're not just only talking about if you're not physically alive anymore, but you just want to think about those things. So that's the first thing. Love your business enough to plan in the case you decide not to move forward with your organization.
You know, the end thing now is people starting businesses, selling their business, and then the company hiring them on
as a president,
as a consultant, you know. So it's not, it doesn't always have to be a situation where, because you could have other things that you're doing. And if you're wise, you do want to try to have multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
And you can't run all of them by yourself.
Right.
There's no way physically possible for you to run them by yourself. So you really have to start thinking about those succession plans early on. And if you're fortunate enough, find somebody that you can start to train and groom to be able to do that, instead of, you know, something happened to you and then the whole thing just
fall apart.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want On Point Alliance. If the Lord called me home, I don't want On Point Alliance to die with me. You know, so that's something to think about.
That was an uncomfortable conversation too for us in the beginning, because when she first started talking about it, it came out to me, it kind of came out the blue, you know, and there was somebody that she had her eyes on or whatever. She was like, you know, I can kind of see this person and I would like to try to start grooming them to, you know, to take the company after me, you know, if anything happened. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you? But, you know, there are many instances where I personally know of situations that affected me personally where it wasn't a situation. And I'll use this one, like, my dad, you know, a little bit before he passed away, we were trying to get him some life insurance, you know, because a lot of times growing up, you know, when things went on, families that struggled had to make decisions what they was going to pay this time, what they weren't going to pay. And I came to find out a lot of times in situations like that, it's not that people plan to fail. They just fail to plan. And that's what you don't want to have happen with your company. Regardless to what happens, you want to make sure you got a plan in place, succession plan in place where it can keep rolling.
Amen. So we threw that out there, y'all. That's uncomfortable, but you got to think about it. Also, we're going to talk about those that's trying to do all the things. Your business idea is amazing. You have something that people need, but your service is raggedy because you're not getting help. And you had folks come and they supposed to help, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you just got to do stuff yourself, because when we add people, a lot of times stress come along with it. So you buy into it's just better if I do it myself. Instead of finding the right help, and that could be because you don't know. So there are what you call virtual assistants. Y'all got Google. You can Google it up.
Google it up.
Google it.
As my mama said, Google it up.
And you can find different virtual assistant companies that these people, you could pay these folks sometimes $4 because they in other countries. You interview them to make sure they speak English to your standards. You train them according to your business model. You have say, they report directly to you. So don't feel like you gotta hire your cousin and they friends, and you know that doesn't meet your standard, but you feel trapped or stuck. There are options out there that you can hire a phone answering service.
Oh, this is true.
An answering service, You can get automations, meaning like a system called Klaviyo, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, where email automation. Did y'all know even with your social media DMs, if they type certain words in, you can program your DMs to answer questions based on what the person enters. So if they ask this question, it can automatically answer another question, or it can do a little quick intake if they inquire about your service, right? So all of these things is considered an automation that'll help you not have to do every single step, and you could be more efficient and focus on working on your business rather than working in your business. And that's hard for most of us. I'm guilty of that myself, trying to find ways to pull me out, and so I can just keep creating and finding clients and doing what I do, and have Travis and someone else actually boots to the ground, fingerprinting people, hands-on with my clients, because they understand the culture of our business. So you guys have to start thinking outside the box. Don't allow people to make you feel like you're being held hostage, because they can be fickle. One day they want to help you, next day they don't. You're gonna have to go outside and find some help. Also, I found out recently, like if you're in Texas workforce, they have programs that will pay to train your people to work for you. There are little guidelines and stipulations in there. Look up your whatever state you're in and see like the workforce there, and see what resources are available for you that'll help you employ people. Okay, so I wanted to throw that out there. You cannot do all the things, and I know it's hard, and you tried it and it turned into a mess, because I didn't experience that myself. And folks it'll seem like they're trying to sabotage you, because you be wondering, why would you even do that? But we can't lose focus, okay? So I just want to encourage you. You're not the only one that's happened to. Don't give up. You already know you cannot do it all. Find you some good help, budget it, and allocate time, even down to, let's say you got to go on a vacation and you are going to be gone for a week. Hire somebody just for that week to answer your phones, to just have some type of point of contact to your customer, so they don't feel abandoned while you're gone. Okay. Do we need to go to show the next video, or are we okay?
We can. Well, I think we're good.
Okay. So yeah, you can do that. You can also, because listen, your customer is depending on you to follow through with what they hired you to do. So you have to care about the outcome. You have to care about how your vacation is going to inconvenience your customer. You got to plan. Did you set a proper expectation with your customers that they know she's going to be gone in a month? So we need to do whatever we need to do, turn in whatever we need to turn in, handle whatever we need to handle prior to her leaving, and then have someone in place that if they have questions or need something that can assist them, or just let them know, hey, I'm going to be out of pocket from this day to this day, but don't tell them 2-3 days before you leave. And I don't care if you're doing hair. People got important things that they need their hair done. Right. You just going to disappear. I don't care if you providing a particular service. They need you to do what you got to do. So I just say, Travis, do me a favor and open up that document for me. Be considerate. Consider your hours of operation. Have a follow-up plan when you get back. How are you going to reach back out to them and let them feel like, even though you've been gone, that you still care about getting them taken care of? And if you handle your customers properly, they want you to go on vacation. They excited that you taking some time off of you because of how hard you work for them, however long the length of your agreements are. Incentivize them when you fall short. You know what I'm saying? We don't do everything sometimes things don't go as planned. Everything ain't always perfect, but don't make it their problem. Like no matter what we go through, I never want my issue to affect my clients.
Right.
Most of us have kids. I don't care what we got going on. We don't want our kids to feel it. We don't want our kids to have to be affected by it. So we do everything we can to guard them from our stuff. I just encourage you, have that same mentality when it comes down to your business, your clients. Okay, don't lose the entitlement. Well, I got stuff to do. They're just gonna have to wait. They gotta understand. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's the wrong attitude to have. Okay, so I just want to encourage you all. I think y'all get where I'm going with this. Consider your clients in your planning, in your decision making. How can this affect them? Did you communicate in enough time? Depending on your service is going to dictate what's appropriate. If your people got deadlines and then because I had a girl having a mental breakdown and just finna disappear after she had just agreed with me to do something that it was causing anxiety for me. So I'm really relying on her. And then I just get popped up and told how this finna go. Or that another person I hired, things happen and life is life. And well, mine is too. I hired you because you don't want to know how to do it. So I heard all kind of crazy stuff, guys. So you want to love your business, love it enough to treat it with dignity and respect. Okay, it's your brand. Your business represent you. All right. I see a bunch of things popping up.
So those are basically some amens.
Okay, amens.
But
all right.
We're going to go ahead and take a moment here and hear from our sponsor for this week.
Yeah.
The Literary Lighthouse Alliance, and we are going to be right back. What's up, game changers? Ready to tap into the heartbeat of all things Mind Your Business Monday? Check out Buzz Circuit. It's your go-to hub for the latest announcements, including challenges, giveaways, the freshest MYB and merchandise. What's up, game changers? Ready to tap into the heartbeat of all things Mind Your Business Monday? Check out Buzz Circuit. It's your go-to hub for the latest announcements, including challenges, giveaways, the freshest MYB and merchandise, special guests, events, and even those fun behind-the-scenes moments we just can't keep to ourselves. Want the full scoop? Don't miss the Buzz Circuit highlight video during our show. And for more buzzworthy updates, swing by our website, www.mybmlive.com. Think of it as your VIP pass to all the buzzworthy happenings in our world. Stay connected, stay informed, and always be the first to know.
All right, we don't know what that little technical.
We do not know. We'll figure it out.
Playing. So we're gonna keep things moving right along. And so now we're going on the flip side of things. Some of y'all just don't give a darn. You don't care. And you need to consider, why are you doing this? It cannot be only for money. If money is your only motivation, go find something else to do. Because it's not fair. People are sacrificing, taking their last money to secure your services, only to inherit your headache, your attitude, your bad customer service, your mediocre service. And it's not fair. Again, if we all could just be more considerate I think we will be so much further ahead as human beings, because and that's nothing. Quit gaslighting people when they call you on the rug or point out something that is wrong, legitimately wrong, something you said you were going to do that you did not do, or something you know that you overcommitted to. And instead of you taking ownership of it, you gonna gaslight somebody, and they're the issue. They're the issue. So now guess what you got? A bad reputation, bad reviews, and you the one wants to talk about folks be hating on you. You hating on yourself. So please be considerate. Be considerate. Ways to avoid mishandling your business, which is your clients, is getting some help, hiring a virtual assistant, getting an answering service in place, that even if all they do is just take calls, there's a point of contact, setting up automations. They got free accounts that you can set up if it's not in your budget to pay memberships of fees. You can send text messages. How about even putting a Q&A section on your website? Frequently asked questions. If you a person that don't like talking to people a whole lot, because folks will ask the same question over and over and over and over, want you to do everything, and they don't like to read, you can direct them right back to your website. Everything is literally there. Okay, but you have to put these things in place. You cannot disregard them. You cannot make it your customer's responsibility to be responsible for their behavior and yours. And also, it's something I teach at On Point Alliance, is not what you said, is what they heard.
It's what they heard.
So true. Even in setting proper expectation, does that make sense? You know, is that clear? Did I answer your question? Now that's holding them accountable to what their understanding of what you just said, right? That's it. It doesn't take you jumping through fire rings for somebody, but it does require you to do your due diligence. Okay. Somebody type that in the chat, due diligence. That's what we should be doing. Okay. So everybody's level of service and standards are different, but there should be a universal standard, right? You don't have to be, Rabia, she said, okay, Rabia.
You ain't right.
Yeah, you should at least do your due diligence, okay? And care. We have to care more, guys. Going to buy some chicken, a whole 20 piece, and they give you 2 napkins and 1 hot sauce.
Girl, don't get me started talking
like,
about that.
Come
on. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Or you ask them, hey, can you get 2 meals, and you ask them, can you put them in separate bags? They get mad like it's their bag. Like, what you getting an attitude for? How about asking, do you need any condiments? And then I would have told you how much and how many. Now you got to say, you can't just say, yes, I would like some ketchup. You got to tell them 5 ketchups, 2 salts.
Yep,
1
you do.
pepper, a straw, 1 sugar. Like, that's crazy to me. But I guess budget, I don't know. I'm not in the food industry. I won't understand it. But come on, guys. I think y'all get where I'm going with this. We have to do our due diligence. You already know what they're wanting or what they're needing. Set the proper expectation. Okay? That allows them to make an informed decision if they want to do something or not, if they want to solicit your services, if they want to patronize your business. That lets them make an informed decision. Love your business enough to pass the baton, get you some help, hire somebody, even if it's only a few hours, right? So that's what I really wanted to drill home on tonight, especially this our last Monday of this month, right?
I believe so. Because it was the third. This fourth.
This our last
episode
Monday
for this month.
Yeah, episode for this month. Like, let's focus on customer service. Customer service, guys. What is it? Like, it's so, if you like to say, it's extinct. Like, come on.
Almost like the dinosaurs. It's almost like the
And
dinosaurs.
we
Good
want
customer
to
service.
And I'm not gonna blast us, but I gotta say it.
Tell the truth.
Come on, Black businesses. And see, this is the thing. Well, you don't do this one, baby. It's a gas station. I will walk.
You better hear me talking, because we have.
Go back to this particular gas station, and I have not been in 7 years.
And I don't
care how close I am to needing gas or whatever. I refuse to do business with people who don't appreciate me, and I don't care what color you're. Now, they ain't a Black-owned business, but I don't care what color you are. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I ain't arguing with you. Just give my money back and I won't be back here. Period. But I want to support us. We want to support us. But we cannot have a sense of entitlement. We cannot, because no more than they can. So this is not a matter of, well, they do it and you don't say nothing. I know this is a touchy conversation, but I'm talking about us right now. And I'm talking about that one thing that we know what I'm talking about. So right. I ain't getting into no controversial conversation. We know what I'm talking about. We know exactly what I'm talking about, and we need to do better. I'm coming to get my hair done. I don't want to smell weed.
Come on now.
I come up in your establishment to get a massage. I don't want no the room to be dirty. I come to get some service. I don't need your attitude. I just need you to be open when you say you open. If I schedule an appointment, be there when I schedule that appointment. Give me what I paid for. Give me what I paid for. If you're going to do some extra stuff, that's great. But that don't release you from doing what I hired you to do. And then you throw up in my face, well, I gave you this, and this, but I paid for that. And because you gave me this, and this, you think you ain't obligated to give me what I came here for.
Not so, grasshopper.
I didn't ask you for those things. So what is it? Under promise, over deliver. Under promise, over deliver. Don't go and throw yourself out there and promise all this stuff. No, you can't do it. Couldn't afford to do it. And most of the time, we talked about this last year. We ain't got our prices set right like they should be anyway. We undercutting ourselves in most instances anyway. You provide mobile services. You ain't factoring in. You charge them one rate. You ain't factoring in there and back.
Nope.
You're not factoring in the time of day you went.
Right.
That now, if you go at this time, ain't no traffic. It's just a straight shot there and back. If you go at this time of the day, guess what you in? Traffic. Gotta sit there. So now, not only are you burning gas, it's more time.
And it's a liability because when you dealing in traffic, the chances of you having an accident increases.
Listen.
So you got to consider that stuff.
So you got this one look, and now, because I have to, when I get my makeup done, I hire somebody to come to me, and based off of the distance, I expect to pay them for coming. And hopefully they're factoring in their time getting to me and back. That's a convenience fee. Trying to get in same day. I saw a post where somebody got mad because the girl was charging a same day convenience fee. Well, I went and got my hair done and offered to pay extra to be squares in. You know why? Because now you got to shift your day, whatever time you was going to get off, you can't get off now. I don't know what you sacrificing to squeeze me in. So to me, I don't see how you get an attitude because of somebody is providing a convenience. Well, you was going to be here anyway. Not what I wasn't, but I wasn't going to be dealing with you. I didn't have. That was a break. That was time for me to make some personal phone calls.
But you know, I heard the conversation like that too, and people were actually getting upset because the woman charged a convenience fee for doing her hair on a certain day. I think it was a holiday or something.
On a holiday.
And she was like, but you was going to be there anyway. So but my thing is the audacity.
Yes.
For you to have a problem, with paying me, having a problem for me charging convenience fees. But that's this generation.
Now that same person, if they work a job and if they work on a holiday, they expect holiday pay.
Yeah, they do.
That if they got to work longer, they expect overtime. But because we got the same bodysuit, you mad at me because I'm charging a convenience fee for me to stay here longer.
They ain't got to be charging all that.
You today.
Go on, I charge what I want to charge.
You see what I'm saying? The price is the price.
But that's the reason why I will pay, and I will acknowledge it. I will pay. My wife know this. I will pay extra. I'll pay extra for you to come to my house because first of all, I don't like my wife going about the house anyway. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I might not be there the entire time, but there are many times where I've gone with my wife. Ain't that many times I didn't send my wife to get her hair done. I take her. And I will sit in the house if I'm allowed to sit in the house. If they don't have a problem with it,
if they're not, you stay until a few minutes outside to make sure I'm comfortable.
Exactly.
Before you pull out.
But I'll come if I do walk in. I didn't walk in there and see folks like, you think my wife finna get her hair washed in that sink?
Yeah.
That you got to go and take dishes out of it to wash. That's unprofessional. So I will pay the convenience. I don't care how far you're gonna come. You can come all the way from McKinney. You can come from what's the other place? Waco. I don't care where you go. I will pay for you to come to my wife just so she don't have to go to your crib.
Right. So listen, people gonna pay for what they want. Don't you allow your customers to bully you, complaining about your price because they not your customers. They don't go arguing with those big companies who tell them how much some cost. I ain't never saw nobody arguing with at the store, Target, on how much they charge for a pair of pants, or they brag at how much they spend. But then you want to argue with a person that's a small business owner. So even I'm going to address the customers too. Concerning this, a lot of us have done a lot to ensure we service you to the best of our ability. Please don't take advantage of our kindness. Please don't misuse our grace. Please don't come up with some level of entitlement like we just, because you chose us. You found us, you called us, you picked our service because you know we the best.
You did.
You saw what everybody else was posting and you wanted it, and then you want to come here and give us a hard time. Come on, we got to do better all the way around. So the moral of the story is love your business enough to first pass the baton, delegate what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be held hostage to people you know that has not worked out. But at the same time, start doing some research, finding you a virtual assistant, an answering service, software that you can use for automations. Is something you can do that's affordable to maintain quality with your customers.
Right.
Okay, so it's no excuse for bad customer service. No excuse, period. All right. So it's too many resources out there. Be considerate, guys. Let's all be considerate as the consumer as well as the business. Let's just be considerate. All right. Let's love our businesses by making it the best we can. We are our brand. We represent our brands down from when people first lay eyes on us at the store. That's her. That's them. Smiling, right? Come on. So we'll say have a process in place to maintain quality. Yes, please have a process in place. Consider your customers, consider your schedule and how it's going to affect them. Communicate in enough time for them to make adjustments. Okay, communicate in enough time for them to do what they need to do, but at the same time, stand your ground.
Right.
If you give them a deadline, maintain that deadline and let them know you got to wait. In that instance, you did your due diligence. Due diligence is the word for today. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And I pray you hear what I'm saying, because you've been knowing you need to do something different anyway. It's just folks get on your nerves and you just say forget them. But don't let them make you have an attitude toward what you love. You love doing what you do. You are the best at what you do. You can't help but to do what you do. So be great at it. Make it represent your heart. When people see your business and your level of service, they see your heart. So that's what I would love to, inspire you guys to just be better at, because it's so exhausting. It's so exhausting. I done had to deal with 4 companies at the same day, and every last one of them was sucky. So I talked to somebody that I'm like, what is happening? Why? So yeah, I believe in y'all. I encourage you, keep going. Don't let people get on your nerves. Don't let them change your heart. Don't let them discourage you. Start saying no, managing your time better. That way you can plan and write. Some of y'all trying to hold everything up here instead of writing it down. Okay. So utilize your resources, find things that'll help you manage your time better. So then ultimately you can handle your clients better. All right. That's how that sound? Does that sound good?
Sound good to me.
All right.
Well, all right. So we got a few announcements.
All right. So tonight we're gonna, y'all know we've been pressing that fingerprinting boot camp. If you are a small business or want to start a small business that's flexible, self-paced, have a low startup cost, fingerprinting. If you are a notary, want to add fingerprinting services, they need them. If you have a business and you got to get your people fingerprinting all the time, guess what you could do? You could send one of your employees to take our fingerprint boot camp. You can have an in-house certified fingerprint provider that you can save money, time, and resources. So you can visit onpointalliance.com or scan the barcode on the flyer to get there. Well, you say one of the barcodes, but yeah, scan them, not click. But scan.
Whatever. Don't do me.
I can resist.
Don't do me tonight.
So that's the fingerprinting boot camp, and we would love to answer any questions you may have. Again, we want to encourage you to get your copy of the secret recipes of the Novacomer. I'm so proud of this project.
And you should be.
Man, I'm so proud of it. When y'all get it in your hand, it's so beautiful. I mean, I done did a lot of things, but this project here, I like to say this baby had a big head pushing it out. This baby had a big old head. Look at this collage. Y'all look how beautiful that is. Again, I told y'all last week, if you ordered from any of these authors and they don't have your book, it's not because they did something janky. We had to switch directions with the original publisher, and then we had to go with a different distributor, and it just turned into a big old reprocessing. So it slowed us down a little bit. Yes, we did have some on hand because we thought we were smooth sailing, but because of those little snags, we had to pause and switch gears. So we are one step away literally from having these books in our hand. So just be patient with them. Your book is coming. I promise you. I promise you. The Secret Recipes of an Overcomer. And then also my freshman book, Encourage, Strengthen from Within. I know it's a cute book, but this is not for only women.
It's not.
It's not for only women. This it helps you challenge yourself to evaluate the issues of your heart, assess the perceptions, motives, and intentions of what you say you believe, renew your mind through the word of God, and embrace the real you. I think there's so many testimonies of how this book have helped individuals, and you want to get you a copy of this as well. All right. And last, we want you to be our guest. If you want to share your knowledge, your wisdom, we want you to come on the show. This is one platform. It's not about who has the most followers, who got all these big old fancy receipts. If you got some wisdom that you can share with us, you need support with your business, you want like-minded people to connect with you, this is the platform. Scan the barcode, complete the form to be a guest on your show, and one of my team members will reach out to you so we can get a better understanding of what it is you want to share with our community, and we'll go from there. Okay, so be a guest on our show. Also, y'all saw last week, Boardroom Blitz. We're going to be doing it every third Monday.
Every third Monday.
So we are always looking for contestants to be on the show. So listen, it's fun. We're getting better. And we would love to have you. So that's all I got for today.
Well, I think this was a good show. You did very well. Very informative. You presented very well. I had a few hangups, but hey, I'm working my past module.
And what's that? Tell the people what's the past.
I'm preparing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm acting.
Mm-hmm.
I am studying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am shifting.
Yes.
So
yes.
every week I get a little better because I know nothing about production. I know nothing about the behind the scenes stuff like this, but I'm learning.
Yes, we are. We're learning together.
Yeah.
And we're growing together with you all. And one day, I always say, I'm like, man, one day this is going to be a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be like, you remember? And we're going to look back at, because even looking back at some of our first episodes, it's like, it's funny. Like, oh, bless our hearts. Down to the graphics and all this stuff.
Bless their little hearts.
And when I did some research, like me, what I personally was doing was 16 people job.
Hey.
16.
Straight Jamaican style.
That
Jamaican
people
style.
Get paid big bucks to do. So I said, girl, you better give yourself some grades. And then what Travis do? That's like, what was it? Like 8 things and what you do is broken. I'm like, what? We straight up have a whole production. We got commercials and graphics and that's a lot. I got so much respect for YouTube people because it look like it's easy.
Oh my, it's not. Listen, that's what people been telling us. Y'all should get a YouTube channel and do blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
yeah, that's a whole job.
Because sometimes I had time where I don't feel like being bothered.
And you know what? The next day, I'll be so exhausted.
Yes, like we will be after this.
Yeah, like Monday nights take a lot. Trying to put this together for y'all, being consistent, making sure we are delivering quality. Like this is a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's going to be something. It's already great, but this is going to be a big deal one day. This is gonna be mind your business money gonna be a big deal one day. It's already a big deal, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be popping one day, and like one of the trendsetters and one of the big shows that we all look up to now that everybody know a common household name. So, and I speak that in Jesus' name.
And I receive that in Jesus' name because we need some more. We need some more positivity in the world.
Yes.
We need more positivity on social media. Period.
Yes.
So we're doing our due diligence, starting small, but remaining steadfast and remaining faithful. And that's what'll happen. You'll wind up growing instead of swelling.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So we don't want to swell. We just want to continue to grow.
Yep.
Well, this has been a good show, and we want you all to know that growth does not have to be complicated. Sometimes it's just about seeing opportunities where others don't. Success is a journey, not a destination. So in the meantime, you just keep moving. We all will keep learning, and we're all going to keep improving. And of course, until next week, we would like to tell you all to just remember to mind your business. Y'all have a great week. Stay focused, be positive, okay?
Yep.
And we'll see y'all back here next week.
All right.
Somebody mind your business. Look at somebody and say, mind your business.